Here we are. Okay. So I have loaded an old save. I remember the last episode was the one where I did some steely nonsense. And while it was funny in the moment, like just kind of the jankiness of trying to get the objective completed when I don't have any of the skills to do it, I don't think I'm going to pursue this, honestly. So I've rewound, because I have a save that looks like it's from when I had the knives that I just paid for with money, but I have not yet stolen from that dude directly, or which was more, so I haven't done any crimes yet, actually, basically. I'm actually standing over this guy's bed. So I'm back at this save, and I think I might revert, honestly. Particularly, I just thinking on about it, I didn't really like the fact that my character had stolen the remains from that church. I got a little caught up in the moment of just trying to pursue the objective, but I'm like, I don't know if I really want to pursue this objective, actually, so I'm leaning towards undoing that. I can always do it again later. Ow. In fact, the save between the save that I did at the end of the episode and the save I did before stealing anything are only like 6 minutes apart from each other. That's how quick the actual deeds were done at the end. But overall, I don't know. I think I might... I gotta get this crank out of the way. There's a crank in my desk. There we go. I think I'm going to not do this with my character. Be a thief that steals remains from churches. Like, I know that this is a brand of RPG where the role-playing can be kind of light, but I don't know. I'm not particularly fond of how incoherent your character becomes when you start just you just have this completionist approach to doing all of the things. It's like in Elder Scrolls, it's like only a particular kind of character would do the Thieves Guild quests, and especially only a particular kind of character would do the Dark Brotherhood quests. Like that says something about your character. It's not about like making choices in the quest, it's about did you do the quest or not is the choice. And so going down the Thieves branches, I think my character is going to, I guess, be accurately filtered out of the recruitment process by the things demanded of me. So I guess maybe that's even why it escalates so quickly to seal the bones of this dude, and you're like, oh god. The first one was just some daggers. Like, this one's a bit much. And there might be a Dark Brotherhood quest line in this game, called something else, of course, but let's see. Helmsguard Keep is way the fuck over there. Alright, so we're done with the Fatesworn until then. So back to main stories then. Here's Legend of Dead Kell and Teeth of Naros. Am I high enough level? Where's my level? Oh, there it is. I'm a level 11. So it should be high enough level for either of these, but I think I'm gonna pick up the main story again for a bit. So I am right here at Agarth, which I put off meeting Agarth basically for a bit until the story is... I wanted to do side quests starting with the House of Ballads, and then I followed those quests east, basically. So like that's my progress from left to right across the map is kind of guided by the quests. So if I pick up a quest chain and I can do all of it over to the west here, then I'll pursue it until it reaches my eastern border, essentially, and that's kind of my like methodology for dealing with these things. House of Ballads turned out to be pretty localized, so it's done. And the other quest is pushed forward a bit in the meantime. Alright, Agarth. He was standing right over here a minute ago.
It's your fault that I can't pay my tab, you know? I wasn't ever supposed to come back here in the first place. I've spent the last 20 years knowing what fate had in store for me, and then you... Damn it. I thought I had my life figured out.
That's a weird complaint. I thought I had my life figured out, in that it was supposed to be over already. Like... What if... I mean, I guess, like, there's some mental preparation involved in, like, resigning yourself to death, but finding out you don't have to die pointlessly seems like a boon to me. Not much to complain about there. It wasn't even a heroic death. It was a lame death. It was a random enemy that I've literally already forgotten. That's how minor and pointless his death was gonna be. So, big victories all around, Mr. Giant Warcraft Shoulders Armor dude. Life is unpredictable.
Not for a Fate Weaver, it isn't.
Yeah, that was the joke.
But that's just the problem. When I was young, I thought I could overcome anything. Now, I know otherwise. I fought beasts the size of trees, was celebrated by mortals and fae alike. When I was initiated into the Fate Weavers, I thought it was a reward for my good deeds. The first time I saw my own fate, I realized it was nothing but a curse.
You're welcome. Just all wins. I saved you from your bullshit. There you go. Great, another death.
Naturally. But it wasn't a hero's death, like I'd always assumed. It was a coward's death, old and alone, like any mortal. I tried to avoid it, but I knew it'd find me. It was terrible, but I knew it was part of fate's greater plan. Then you came and changed that future. You stole my part in the tapestry.
What?
I was at peace with knowing the worst. But what do I do now that there's nothing to know?
Wait, you were going to die old and alone? A coward? I thought you were saying that's your new death now that I saved you. You were gonna die in battle against a giant or something, weren't you? Like, what do you mean old and alone as a coward? That doesn't... Am I missing something? I feel like that actively contradicts the supposed situation he was supposed to die in earlier, as far as I can remember it. You can still be a hero.
You're right. My glory days don't have to be over, and as long as I'm around you, I don't know how my story will end. That means I've got to make sure you stay around in one piece. Maybe this old trinket from my youth will help. After all, I don't just owe you my life. I owe you my future.
Oh, a ring. I got all excited, like, oh, do I get a companion to help in combat? No? Okay. Any, like, finding Tuatha?
Why, I once tracked the Yeth of Avgrun on a moonless night by smell alone. Fey or not, I could have tracked those Tuatha sober. They've set up in a cavern north of town, complete with some way of scrying your location. That's how they found you so easily. I have a plan, but it'll take the both of us to work.
Why are we yelling now? You started yelling for some reason, and it was like Mad Libby, like, does a banthu poodoo in the woods? Jargon. How'd they get this far west?
They took a big risk getting across Erythel undetected. All to attack one single objective. You. They're using something big to track you. They call it the Eyes of Tirnoch. Smash it, and they won't be following you anymore. The main entrance is heavily guarded, and will require a strong attack. The other route is trapped. It'll need a subtler approach.
Honestly, if they are attacking me, they're not doing a great job. I've had a pretty chill time. It's not exactly like being attacked at random by the Dark Brotherhood in Morrowind, or was it the Dark Brotherhood? Whatever expansion that kind of really awkwardly adds a weird bullshit enemy to the beginning of the game that shouldn't be there. Why are they after me?
I don't have an answer for that. I can't imagine what about you made Gadflow send his troops across the continent.
Just going with those faces. I'll fight to the front.
Straightforward and direct. A warrior after my own heart. I'll cover the back and make sure they can't escape to report back to whoever sent them here. Let's track down some trouble.
It's more like a warrior with no points into stealth. Is she with you? She weirdly started walking at the same... Nope. Yes? She seems like she's following you. Do you want to introduce her? This might just be a weird coincidence. They look so weird, like they're moving together. Oh, he's going. Let's go, bro. Let's go. You fighting that one? Yep, that proves it. Okay. Somebody was like, your magic is clearly a skill shot. Look at me looking this way. Yeah, no. The person that was trying to tell me that actually I was missing those shots during the boss fight because it's a skill shot and you have to aim it. Nah, I can literally face away from enemies and it auto locks onto them. It just breaks on a regular basis. It's just a weird, inconsistent, fucky control thing. You do not aim your magic. keep stopping for me. Why are you so fast? Like, I mean, I guess it's fine that I don't have to wait for you ever, but I feel weird about how much you have to stop for me to keep up. Like you're escorting me in a video game. Here comes my skeleton. He didn't get to help very much, but maybe in the future. So I think
This is the front entrance. You'll face their strongest guards, so it's no place for subtlety. Find their scrying mirror and smash it.
Okay.
I'll slip in the back and make sure none of them escape. Good luck. I'll see you inside.
Let's go. I think time passes during conversations. That takes away your durations for things like Skelebro. Hey guys, where you going? You don't want to fight me? You're running from me. Oh, hello. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Like I bet he can shoot over that wall. So I'd really like to be able to shoot back. Oh, that hit nothing. Oh, what's he shooting at? What was he shooting? That arrow went in a weird direction. Bad news. And then they all exploded to death. Like God intended. Ow! Thanks for being high up, though. I bet I can hit you. Crit. Deleted. Thankfully, I have a ranged melee attack. Otherwise, it'd be really hard to deal with you. Because he's behind a weird ledge I can't shoot spells past. Alright, well, these are the best that they have to offer. And dead. And dead. And dead. And dead. And dead. I am unimpressed by the Tuatha at the moment. I care not for your white quality items. Hide them from me as if they doth not exist. I'm a working adult with time that is best not wasted with your petty whites and grays. What's up? Ow! Rude. I do really like that this fire attack is a cone. Because it means it locks onto a whole bunch of people at once if they're near each other, and then you can detonate all of them. And that's just like a general bad time for them. Why are there so many unattended cooking pots? I guess what probably happened is that they were there. They were there, but then they ran to their stations when like a dude was coming. I better get over there, or I'm gonna get fired. The Dark Lord's gonna be real cross with me. The xylophone style rattling behind me. The mountain god awaits. I guess your summons have a pretty specific use you gotta hope for. The fights are either too easy, so you kill them before the skeleton gets to help, or they're too hard and the skeleton just gets obliterated. But it's definitely more useful on the harder side of the fights. There's nothing else that'll hopefully hold their attention for a little while you're desperately trying to survive, like in that boss fight. But ultimately, the skeleton was not what could save me. It was the broken potions. Which I don't know where I got that from. I think I only had one, though, so I can't do that again until I find more of that quality. They were like greater regen potions as opposed to the ones in the rest of my inventory that I think are weaker. But that was holy shit broken. It definitely felt like the game was glitching out. But I think that's just how genuinely strong that potion was that I had for some reason. Not totally clear on why I had such a strong potion. I held that for too long, considering my health was already full, and I need mana. I need my mana back, mana back, mana back, mana back. Alright. Just exploded. All of you at once! Haha! Screw you. Yeah. If you're gonna outnumber me, it works a lot better if you don't stand together. Otherwise, I can just treat you like one target and not be that wrong. I guess that's the mirror. Hi. Stop it. I said stop it.
We're here.
Are we done here?
Not until you smash those mirrors. It'll keep them from tracking you all over Dalentarth.
Alan Shear.
Whoever that Alan Shear is, I don't think she's our enemy. If she wanted us dead, she could have killed us while we were weakened. But she's still trouble. Reminds me of a dark elf who left me half naked and tied to a bar guest once. Now those were the days.
Tied to a bar guest. Dangerous.
Good luck.
Smack. Nope. Smack. Nope. Smack. Nope. Smack. There it is. I just couldn't hit it. Was there no mirror? I feel like it already looked like this. Get away! Get away! Get away from me! Get him! Help me! Why aren't you helping me, Agarth and Agarthman? He's coming! Why won't he stop? Ah! Can only be unlocked with the proper key. Yeah, I bet it comes from this guy.
The undying mortal has grown tired of running, has he? Decided to fight back? Can you tell me the difference between a creature of nature and a child of dust like yourself?
I don't care.
We children of nature know our roles. Meek and mighty, prey and predators, life and death, all serve the cycle. You children of dust do not know your place. You come into our land. You come to face your hunters. And you don't know when to die.
I don't even know who you are.
You shall learn. In time, all mortals will know the might of Gadflow, blessed herald of the merciful Tirnach. All mortals end, even if some are more persistent than others.
I think I got threatened by an edgelord.
At least the Tuatha won't be able to track you so easily now. But it looks like you've got the personal attention of their king, Gadflow. If you were anyone else, I'd suggest you start running and not stop for a few years. But you might just have a chance.
How can we fight them?
You're doing well, so far. You've blinded them here, and they haven't killed you yet. And much as I hate to say it, you'll need to take Aelin Shear up on her offer of help. The Codex of Destiny should hold some answers for you. For all I know, you've already met her in the House of Ballads. But it sounds like she's the only lead now.
The Codex of Fate.
The Immortals inscribe their knowledge of fate into the living stone. I always thought it was a poetic way of talking about the theater. But there it is, in your hands. Keep it close, child. We should be able to get out this way.
There's something very funny about them just walking at me in the environment forever. Like, as opposed to, like, just instantly triggering the cutscene like certain other games would. Like, he has to physically catch me. Makes me wonder if you can do really weird sequence break stuff, or just kind of like skip entire cutscenes by just running from the guy and then never letting him catch up with you in just really goofy ways. Hi everybody. My thingy is full, and I probably should have used it against the boss fight. I don't think that last guy really qualified as a boss fight in his own right either, did he? This guy's just dead. I can't do it to him. Can I do it to him? No, you can't use the execute on bears. They just die, apparently. I forgot they make the broken crate stock noise. Finish leaving combat? Oh. Be gone. Maximum dispelling. Why? Because... I'm going to qualify for these upgrades the moment I spend one more point. Which I guess means, let's see. Reduce scepter cost, blah, 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 blah. Arcane Fury, delayed attack with staff, elemental escape. A delayed attack with the chakrams damaging enemies while launching yourself back out of danger. Launch an enemy with the punishing follow-up. Dodge special attack. Delayed special attack. Charge special attack. I don't like that this one just doesn't have anything for the chakrams. So you have to buy a whole, use a whole skill point to not get anything. But I don't know how good these skills are. Let's see. This one promised an upgrade. Damage over time. I never use the charge attack though. It involves pausing during combat, and like if I'm pausing, I'm casting spells. If I'm using chakrams, I'm like going at it. I guess I'll buy this though, just so I can qualify for the next skills. Here we go. So I have 2 points to spend and like 4 things I'd want to spend it on. Unfortunately. Never did buy ice yet though. Alright, so I can buy elemental escape. I don't necessarily need to buy it now though. I just figured that'd be what I spend my last point on before the next tier opens up. This gives your summon the ability to siphon health, which heals you, which is good, except we don't know how much healing it is. So I don't know if the healing is good. The chance isn't huge, but survivability is good, and healing during combat without having to do it myself is good. So we already have we only have 2 points into the fire thing. Your mastery over the power of fire allows you to increase the effectiveness of all burning effects as well as damage done by Mark of Flame. Oh, all burning damage done is increased, not just Mark of Flame. That might mean my melee weapon, which seems kind of strong. I guess I qualified for less than I thought because I don't qualify for a new lightning spell or healing spell. And I don't qualify for the shield or ice spells because I haven't been getting the ice abilities. I've been doing pretty okay without them. I mean, I think it's straightforward to get these 2 skills with my remaining points. Give myself some life leech via my summon, and this might make my chakrams stronger because they have burning damage. And it says it says all. That seems pretty comprehensive and stuff. How's inventory space going? Not well. Getting kind of full. Let's head on down from here. If this is a shop, I'm gonna want to take a look, aren't I? No better chakrams. Desire. This is the one that has actual stuff on it. The Staff of Craft. I could switch weapons if I wanted to, but chakrams feel pretty good, honestly. But yeah, I have not actually specialized in chakrams specifically at all. The things I'm buying qualify simultaneously for chakrams, scepters, and staves. So I could switch to staves if I'd liked, but I don't liked. TBH. We have all sorts of stuff here. Oh god, 3 different sets to think about? Alright, well this one requires might, so it goes in the garbage. This one requires finesse. This is another sorcery set, though, the Lyria set. 25% health and mana and 12% elemental resistance are not... That's a lot of health and mana, but not very exciting otherwise. Both a percentage and a flat-based mana regen. 15% and +1. This one just has 15%, so it's a +1 mana regen. This one gives me magic crit, and it gives me some health. But blocking efficacy is not as exciting when I'm not much into blocking, necessarily. Call it a character flaw. Am I already ready to switch to the Lyria set? Maybe not, because it doesn't look like I have robes for it. Oh yeah, no, I don't have the Lyria set. I just have one. That reduces the excitement a tad, doesn't it? The Sage Medallion. Did he give me the Apprentice's Signet or the Isa version? 10% damage. Some mana and regen. The Ballad Signet ring seems like a big deal. Let's see. Alright, so necklace can only be 1 slot. The damage seems better. Call it a character flaw, but I never want to wear gear that gives you elemental resistance, and that's all it does, unless it's like almost like a puzzle mechanic or like a Legend of Zelda type thing, like it's like really significantly important in a very obvious, significant way. But just like wearing a piece of gear where all it does is give me elemental resistance, it's like cool. It gives me magic resist, but only one kind. And no other stats that could help me out along the way. What icons are these? Zoom the hell in. That's a blacksmithing forge. These seem a bit less like shops. But I can find one myself. Right back to where we started. This place is full of people. One of these people's got to be able to buy all my shit. Hopefully I won't go to the wrong tab and accidentally buy all of their stuff again, like I have before. Whoops.
Welcome to our famed craft hall.
Wow.
By, you may speak with Olin or myself.
Shopping. Sell. Not you. Sell all junk. Yes. 33 grand? Dang, that seems like a bit much. Goddamn. Hardened shoes of hail. Amulet of dismantling? What do? Physical damage? Consumables. Miscellaneous. Wait. You can't look at it before Christmas, before buying it? Oh, they're recipes, aren't they? Wouldn't hurt to have those, unless they're just the same ones I already have. Minor healing. Are there any major healings? Nope.
Our doors are always open.
Ma'am, you disappoint me. This definitely seems to be the place to go if you want to stock up on anything or get crafting done. Convenient town to have access to. Are you the Barghast my buddy was tied to? Do you guys party? I don't think he parties. How does anybody, like, get anywhere in this environment? I am under constant attack, and I'm some kind of bullshit powerful dude. We took like last time I took a walk with other people, they all died. I don't know if I have much faith in y'all's capabilities, TBH. Okay, wait, I should... Okay, I am... Because I was going so far in a weird direction, I was briefly concerned I was doing a DLC, which I could do. But I was a bit confused what was happening.
Like the others, you are welcome here. Nirelim has been waiting.
Nirelim has been waiting.
She bested Threng in combat fair, Fenian cycles kept. The exploits of this maiden's role, a burdensome and heavy toll.
Come closer, little curiosity.
Bargained with their kind. Throughout the town they stood in fear of the brilliant fighter near.
Just listening quietly to this little chill song play, or ballad or whatever, and then just screaming Sauron voice comes at me.
The curious one seeks a way to the Fae, but it has found its way to the boughs of the world tree instead. Rest, quickling, and I may study you.
What are you?
Look around you, and I am all that you can see. My roots spread across Dalantarth. My leaves read the winds from Frostbrine Coast to Alabastra. My family and I circle this world. We were saplings when your kind emerged from the dark, and we will grow with you until this world burns once again.
Study me? What for?
My roots spread wide and deep, and I have heard what brought you here, but I cannot see where you go hence. The time of the Fae is passing. I must shelter them in their twilight, and protect them from the Prismere corruption that spreads in their kin.
I have a codex for the High King.
I know your needs. But the predators circle Issa in her nest, and I cannot allow another to enter. Issa's end has always been certain, buried beneath Prismere blades. I can only hold back the tide. But you, perhaps you can change the currents. Where you tread, you mark all you touch. Before I would help you, I must know. Will you be a kind gardener, or a careless reaper?
What do you require?
Like all quicklings, you are eager to act. I would rather see the method of your action. A tribe of trolls has been corrupted with Prismere. Their matriarch, Gnarsh, has united the clans in the first step on the path of Dalantarth's demise. You can change this fate, but to what? In doing so, you may awaken a more dangerous threat, like your ally, Aelin Shear.
What do you know about her?
She walks a dark and tangled path. A path you once walked together before you died. But your path is your own now, Defeat Gnarsh, remove the taint of Prismere. Then I shall see who you are, if not who you will become.
Where is Gnarsh?
The troll matriarch and her brood await at Haxi. Their corruption burns my roots and threatens our future.
Gnarsh.
The troll matriarch. Prismere has corrupted her, making her cruel, cunning, and far more ambitious than her brethren. She bears the marks of the Tuatha, and she shares their murderous intent.
Prismere.
To creatures of flesh like yourself, Prismere is a powerful tool to harness magic. But to creatures of pure magic, like Tuatha or trolls, Prismere is so much more. To them, it is a curse, a blessing, and a rapture all in one. It drives them and consumes them. And to the weak-willed, it corrupts them utterly.
Trolls are pure magic? Nirelim.
I am as world trees have ever been since the dawn of time. I watch, I understand, and I remember.
Do you know Yggdrasil? Isa.
The last great Fey city. At once the birth of their dream, the throne of their great realm, and the deathbed of their kind. In thanks to High King Titarian, my boughs stand vigil over their city in their twilight. Only by my leave may visitors see them in their weakness. Walk your path and watch your ally.
It feels like they're suggesting that I need to approach this character in a particular way. And he's gonna judge how I resolve the problem. Which, if that is the case, will be a bit funny, because up until now, I've had almost no choice in how to resolve most conflicts. If there's some kind of threat out there, then when I walk in the room, it usually just attacks me, and it's not much of a discussion about, like, oh, well, what is the morality of the situation? I do also keep thinking about this whole fate thing, and how, like, the very idea that, oop, that wall just done exploded. Sup? No, I guess we're just gonna fight. Ah! Ow, stop it. Resisted, but also stunned completely. Interesting. Ah, surprise douchebag, get out of here. Alright, now everybody else, I'm dealing with this thing. I don't need bonus enemies. There we go. Even if it's getting resisted, it's easily my strongest attack. Was that the guy, or was that just a random member of their tribe or whatever? Treasure sack. My bulging treasure sack. But yeah, the idea that everyone's bound by fate is interesting as a concept in part because you can only really tell a story about that if you also have fortune telling and soothsaying and whatever. Because if nobody knows the future or their supposed fates, then the idea that everyone can't change their fate is irrelevant because no one knows what they're not changing.
I thought I'd find you here.
Which is also why it's irrelevant to most people in this universe still, because they're like, I don't fucking know what my fate is. So, who knows? But it's definitely a special kind of prison, I guess, that, the idea that people who can tell the future still can't change it in this universe because oftentimes a storytelling mechanic is that the very people who view their future, in doing so, change their future. Like, if your future is that you're going to die in a week, it might have not been that way if you had never checked. Like, it might have become that because you checked your future and paradoxically saw that you were going to die in a week, and then the actions you take to avoid it lead to the death, and that wouldn't have happened if you never knew your future or something. And so on. Why are you always showing up?
If you were anyone else, I'd say it was destiny. But in this case, it was that damned tree. He's got roots and branches all through this forest. He said we should walk this path together. Thought I could help you. Or maybe that you could help me.
What do you know about Gnarsh?
I've never met Gnarsh. Trolls and Doppelfar rarely invite each other to tea. But if she's matriarch of a clan, you can be sure that she's strong. And if she's so corrupted that Nirelim is nervous about her, then she must pose a bigger threat than most trolls.
Are you always a Doppelfar, or do you match me? She seemed to have a relationship with the House of Ballads already, so... Gadflow.
None of us could have foreseen the rise of Gadflow and his army, but we should have, and now we're all facing the price.
Issa.
The gardens of Issa, home of the Summer Fae, once spread from the forests of Dalentarth, across the plains of Erethel, and even to the deserts of Ditir. Between the madness of the war and the spread of man, Alfar, and Gnome, the Summer Fae lose a little more ground every day. A tragedy for them.
Their kingdom used to reach Ditir, but then it deteriorated.
Let's not keep Gnarsh waiting.
I can hear her gnashing her teeth from here. No one can stop me.
Trolls aren't normally this well organized. Even the biggest clans never built dens this deep.
We're like, are we deep? I guess eventually we'll become deep, but I feel like we're not that deep so far. Uh-oh. Ow. Rude. Ow. Rude. What? That went nowhere. That was unfortunate. That attack went absolutely nowhere. Haha, there are no random forest dudes to interfere now. I'm just gonna pummel you forever. Oh! He suddenly started not being stunned. That's scary. You're supposed to bounce. Yeah, there you go. Have a bouncy reaction to all of my melees so that I can hit you forever. Heal me. And deeper we go.
What are the Tuatha doing here?
Yeah, they're just around. If it's a main story mission, there's probably Tuatha there. They are the entire plot, or whatevs. If they aren't an ever-present threat, then what are they doing? Granted, they're not an ever-present threat until the main story missions. You can incorporate that into the gameplay a little bit, have like raiding parties spawn nearby and kind of try to chase you. And it's like, oh shit, it's because they're after me all the time, because it's the Tuatha. Otherwise, the idea that they're hunting me feels a tad insincere if you just say it. Ow, ow. Yeah. People might be confused because I view the DLC assassin dudes as a bad example of that in Morrowind, but that's implementation. The fact that you become the enemy of some organization and they send people after you, periodically attack you, like, that's fine as a concept, a storytelling thing. The problem with Morrowind is that it happens the moment you buy the DLC. Which, like, most of the people... Nowadays, that's just how you buy Morrowind, is, like, the complete version of Morrowind. So, the moment you start Morrowind for the first time, barely knowing how to play...
If these trolls ever went on a rampage, they could destroy half of Dalentarth.
Immediately, that DLC is installed and active. So you like walk out of the starting town and then an overpowered mega enemy just spawns and attacks you. And I think it happens like anytime you use any loading gate. Like a door or you sleep or whatever. And it's like, this guy's way too powerful. He's so fucking unkillable. Like I view it as a straight up flaw that Morrowind attacks you with such an overpowered enemy over and over again that you could not possibly defeat for the most part from the beginning of the game. And that's just a thing that just happens to everybody now. And maybe even worse is the fact that when you do kill them, you get their gear because of how Elder Scrolls games tend to work, is that if somebody's wearing a certain piece of equipment and you see it on them, if you kill them, you can actually get it from them usually. Like it's not one of those games where you kill a bunch of dudes that look like they're more equipped than you and then you just get annoyed that you still are running around in rags the whole time. Generally speaking, if someone's using gear in Elder Scrolls, you can then put it on if you defeat them. Which causes an obvious balancing problem when the game from level 1 starts spamming a massively overpowered enemy over and over again. Because you could just get their gear, and then you're massively overpowered. And that's messy. That's real messy. They implemented that DLC expansion not very well. It's like they made an expansion under the assumption that people would play it after Morrowind, which makes sense, but then made the mistake of, for some reason, assuming that literally everyone who ever owned it would have beaten the game already. Instead, like, I think the story was meant to be handled after the main game, but its implementation didn't wait until you beat the story to trigger, or even a better, like any other milestone. That's what it desperately needed, is just to have some kind of milestone in the story, or even like an encounter with a character or storyline to be the trigger for the whole thing. Having it just be like every player, it happens immediately, is like, what a weird mess. Ow. Life leech for me. Oh, there you go. That was a big chunk of health. Ow. I saw my health go up. So you get a decent little chunk of it whenever the life leech does trigger. But I believe he attacks pretty slowly and infrequently. So it takes a bit. 5% critical hit damage and chance and stealth. It's more crit bonus and more crit damage, but I'm pretty sure 10% damage beats that. It's just a more straightforward and usable bonus. But hey, it's purple. That means it's sellable. And it seems like it'd be pretty obviously a good one if you're a stealth character, because it actually does give you bonus for stealth.
I've been working here for a long time. If they've come this far inland, we're all in grave danger.
I've got bad news for you guys. Sup? Good. I hesitated and pressed the wrong one at first. I get that bonus. Let's make up for any quests that I'm not doing along the way. The question is whether I can stack regen potions if I don't have any of the good ones. Oops. I meant to press the do the mini game button, but I think I accidentally pressed the use the super item that's more expensive button. Womp. Womp. Any more identical troll fights for me to do? Fucking come at me. Maybe don't though. I'm a little over the doing the same fight a lot. Ow. Oh. That easy lock put up a fight. New chakrams, maybe. I did not jerk violently enough, but overall, still got away with it. I want your white quality items. Is that a better weapon? Ooh, 66! Losing the fire damage bonus. But I think this is stronger than a 20% bonus anyway. Yeah. And less of the overall damage is in the bonus damage. More of it is raw damage instead of damage over time. More immediate. I think I haven't saved for a bit, so might as well. Might be approaching something harder. Yep. That's the one. Think she's friendly? Ah! Wow, I almost died instantly. Holy cow. Wait, did you lock my summon out of the arena? I'm dead. Man. I had the right instinct to save exactly then. Ah, I can't wait inside the arena. I'm pretty sure it's locking my summon outside of the room, which sucks. Ow, shit, that's hard to dodge. Oh fuck. I'm dead again. Alright. Jesus Christ, I just want to summon my dude. You're the one that's locking him out of the arena with a weird force field that I don't think has a reason in the universe to exist. What have the Tuatha done to her? I can do the ranged attack or the melee. What? Dude, I can't dodge a single attack by her for some reason. What's going on with me? What the fuck? Aren't they the same attacks they've been doing this whole time? I've been doing fine-ish at dodging them. Shut up. Dude. Alright, well, let's not summon. That's a long animation. Dude, I can't dodge anything. Oh my god. This is impressive. I'm dying to her first 2 attacks every single time. This is nuts. Sam's going nuts. Oh god. What the fuck? I dodged 1 attack. Let me go. Wow. Healing. Oh god. God. Jesus fucking Christ, your animations are so hard to... Ah. It's easier to like react and dodge in fucking Dark Souls and Monster Hunter, the games where your characters are known for being sluggish, than it is the... What the fuck? I'm anticipating and dodging the attack and it never works. This is nuts. Jesus Christ. Where's my son? Oh, I just missed my someone, didn't I? I didn't actually summon a new guy. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna die. I dodged the thing. They do exist. She doesn't even get stunned by the attacks that stun things generally. Jeez. Come on, skeleton, life leech for me. Don't make me do it all myself. No more stuns. Finish it. There it goes. Jesus Christ. Same enemy as usual, just 1 billion stats. 1.5 billion stats.
Nice work. I see you haven't forgotten how to handle yourself in a fight. Still, this is bad. I didn't think the Tuatha would reach this far. At least not so soon.
I thought I stopped the Tuatha.
Obviously, the Tuatha have bigger plans than just killing you. Infusing the trolls with Prismere, trying to bring the war to Dalentar? Nirelim was right to be concerned.
You're holding something back. This top one's just disingenuous. Gnarsh obliterated me like 10 times.
Aren't I always? But have patience. For now, why not take comfort in knowing that you saved Nirelim and his forest? Go, talk to the tree. I'm sure he'll allow you into Isa. I'll stay here and finish off any remaining Tuatha.
We have to tell Nirelim.
You can tell the old mossy log yourself. I'll be tracking down any other Tuatha that may have come this far west. I'll find you again when the time is right.
Okie dokie. I like to think that the the only reason I'm able to change time and fate is because of like Undertale powers, where it's like first I do the intended thing where I die, and then I just reload over and over again until I solve the problem. It's like, haha, oh no, I've changed fate. Obviously not the case, because I straight up didn't die at all for like hours. Until I hit a few difficulty walls. These couple of boss fights are like hilariously dangerous compared to the surrounding game that's so easy. It's kind of weird. Hey guys, I probably can't trigger this till I kill you. I bet that fire's not the best element for fighting you guys, because you're water dudes. Oh well. I keep meaning to hit more than one dude, but hard. Enough of y'all?
The troll named Nyx had a most troubled heart. In nature, it was displeased with its part. It hated its difference from the norm, and wished to shed its current form. In grief, it went to the maid Windermere. She motioned to Nyx, and beckoned him near. It is your wish to be human, I see, she whispered to the tall troll in glee. I shall grant you your wish, and make you so. You are a human now, she cackled. Go.
I've heard that one before. Oh, it's the one that was used in the puzzle. Yeah, the puzzle that I failed and probably people complained about or something. Because I read that story about tricking somebody into thinking they were human, the troll. But I didn't really detect what the puzzle solution was. I figured I just had to understand the story, and then the right dialogue choice would come up, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that one makes sense. But I think all of the lines that were options were all lines, they were all lines from the story. I'm like, uh-oh. And then I kind of just bit into it and was like, I don't really feel like rereading the story and decoding it right now. So I just kind of jumped in and picked options, and then I picked every wrong option before I picked the first one, the good one. I'm like, oh, fuck! And then I had to deal with the consequences of paying to get rid of it, which wasn't that bad. But yeah, that was a little bit of a let's play choice, though, when you're like, I don't want to spend more of this episode rereading the story I already read, so let's just push forward. Oh no, this backfired.
You return, and in your wake, Dalentar blossoms. The flow is rearranged, now and forever. Gnarsh's brood is at an end. You have destroyed what was written, and made a new fate for Dalentar. Even your darkest ally walks a lighter path. And yet the Tuatha still spread, marching with Prismere and pain. You have only delayed our doom.
Can you help me?
You have the power of an immortal, and yet the humility to ask for help. Little one, I envy your grace.
What?
You shall carry my blessings with you. You must know this, Quickling. The age is changing. Immortals are passing, and the future belongs to the young races. If there is a future to be had. Go, and stand at the heart of the She. There you will find Issa. And perhaps you will find wisdom as well.
Did I get a twisted fate, maybe? No, I got an item, I think. That seemed like a weird piece of dialogue. He's like taken aback that I would ask for help. I think this entire main story is me asking for help. Like, that's not new at all. Like, I have the power of an immortal, cool. I seem capable of dying. I just came back to life once, and now I can change fate. But that doesn't make me all-powerful. Weird. What lies before me now?
Only the path of your own choosing. Stand at the heart of the She, and if that path includes the gardens of Issa, I shall allow it.
It's pronounced she.
May your path be long and evergreen.
That seems like a mess. So I think what he gave me was an accessory. The Fae clasp, that's the other one. Nirelim's Grace. Oh, 10% elemental resistance. The living sap of Nirelim, fashioned into an ornate and slightly sticky pendant by the great tree's tenders. To its wearer, it conveys the vitality and resilience of nature itself. It smells like aged oak, cherry blossoms, and benevolence.